All right, let's do a 49ers key to victory as the San Francisco 49ers get ready to face off Thursday night football in LA. As you can see, we are here too. So let's talk about some of the keys to victory for the San Francisco 49ers. As you can see, my hair absolutely crazy. Just got refreshed over there in that ocean. You can see still dripping all over me. But who needs to be dripping today? The defense. This, as we know, is going to be a difficult game with the San Francisco 49ers without Brock Purdy, without George Kittle, without pretty much every one of their receiving options not named Christian McCaffrey. Obviously, Ricky Pearsall, Juwan Jennings are going to be out of this game. Obviously, no Brandon Ayuk. So it's going to be, a lot of MVS, a lot of Demarcus Robinson, who actually low key could be a revenge game for him because, as you know, he was with the Rams last season. Sky Moore, Russell Gage is probably going to get elevated. So, and of course, Kendrick Bourne. Kendrick Bourne had a rough game last week, and so for him, it is going to be paramount that he bounces back and makes some impact plays. But, obviously the 49ers offense, the key for the offense, don't turn the ball over. That's it. Honestly, if we see, multiple 3-and-outs, driving down, getting field goals, I think that's actually an okay thing because honestly, where the real key to victory is going to be is for the 49ers defense, led by Fred Warner and Robert Saleh. Last week, the defense bent a little bit, gave up some big plays in the running game to Travis Etienne. The Rams come in with some really good weapons. Kyron Williams at running back, Puka Nakua's leading the league in receiving yards. You got Devontae Adams on the other side. Underrated playmakers like Tutu Atwell. They have a good team led by Matthew Stafford and Sean McVay calling the shots. So I do believe if the 49ers want to win this game and have a chance to win this game, it's going to be the defense, man. It really is. It's going to be the defense creating turnovers. And honestly, I think that's the type of game this is going to be. The 49ers still almost had a chance to win that game, -4 in the turnover differential against the Jags. They got to be clean. Not only do they got to be clean on offense, they got to take away the ball on defense. And I really do think special teams has to come away with a play. Like, we haven't seen a special teams touchdown. I think it's been almost like a decade since the 49ers. I think it was like Richie was it Richie Grant? I think so. I think I'm saying his name wrong. It's Richie. I don't know why I'm blanking, and I know you'll help me in the comments below. But anyways, I think that was like a punt return or a kick return versus, I believe it was the Tampa Bay Bucks in 2019. I think it was. So Richie Grant was the safety that we had on the 49ers defense this year. The other Richie, Richie James Jr. Thank you. Whoo! I was getting a little concerned for myself there. Richie James Jr., former 7th-round draft pick by the San Francisco 49ers, had, I believe, a kick return. So that's really it, man. Defense has to make plays. Offense has to take care of the football. I'm okay if we get 1 or 2 scores, a couple field goals, and if the defense keeps it close, and if the defense gets some turnovers, and we get a big play by the special teams, I really do think that gives the 49ers a chance. I'm really curious to see what this team looks like. Do they come out flat? Do they come out energized? Because this is the ultimate back against the wall game. Everyone's counting them out. No one expects them to win this game. I was telling my son earlier that, he's like, what are the chances that the San Francisco 49ers are going to win? I said 30% chance. 30% chance, not great odds, but a lot of magic can happen in those 30%. So it doesn't mean that they are dead in the water. it just means that the odds are stacked against them. Their backs are against the wall. They got one arm tied behind their back, but we've seen teams come out in these types of circumstances and situations, play some really good ball and just play inspired ball. And I really think that's what it comes down to, is all three phases just need to be on 10, meaning like coming into this game with the belief that they can win, coming into this game knowing that, everyone's counting them out, and no one thinks they're going to be able to get it done. And I think using that as fuel to be able to push forward and get a win will be huge. And if they can get this win, man, if Mac Jones and Fred Warner and Michael Williams and guys like that step up and come out and get this dub, this is going to be huge. And I'm over here at the beach, and I've already seen a lot of 49er fans. We went to go eat at this little inn right over here that we're staying at, and there was a 49er fan at the bar. Another 49er fan walked up. The bartender was a 49er fan. So the 49er fans are already showing up, and it's going to be like we've always seen. I've always said, man, if you can get down to Levi South, do it, because it's an experience. It's a home game on the road, and I still think that even with these circumstances that the 49ers have in front of them, with players being out and all of it, I still think the 49er faithful are going to show out. So I'm excited. I think there's going to be juice there. And that's the thing, is you got to get the crowd into it, man. You got to get these 49er fans who are going to be there in this game. Really. Like, you got to get them active. You got to get them loud. You got to give them something to cheer for and root for. And that can happen early. Some momentum swings early on can really impact and shape the entire outcome of this game. So, it's going to be tough. It's going to be a challenge. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that the San Francisco 49ers, they're going to win this one. I really don't know. I really do believe that the odds are stacked against them. But a lot of great things have happened to a lot of great teams when the chips are stacked against them. And I do believe in this locker room. I do believe that these guys can get it done. I know that last week was just an unfortunate win or a loss, I should say, in a lot of different reasons. But I do believe that this team is capable, even underneath these current circumstances. So it's going to be very fascinating to see what version of this team that we get against the Rams. But it's a division game. The San Francisco 49ers have the opportunity to shock the world on primetime football in a short week, missing half their team. Let's see what they do. But I'm curious to know what you guys think. Where do you see this team? Do you even give them a chance to win? What is your percentage chance that you think they win this game? Drop it in the comments below. And as always, make sure to like and subscribe for more updates.